Hello, as you can see, we are at the Globe Theater. All right, we're going to talk about Act 2, Scene 6 in The Merchant of Venice. In this scene, we have plot advancements, we have talk about the chase, we have the balcony scene, and we have the theme of identity popping up. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that. But first, the plot advancements in here. We have Jessica and Lorenzo running away together to elope. That's kind of what the main part of this scene is all about. Those two getting together to run away to elope. But at the very end, we have Antonio looking for Graciano because Bassanio is leaving for Belmont. Okay. Remember the whole thing with Portia and Bassanio and the caskets? Well, we're back to that now. So at the end of this scene, we're going to be transitioning to Belmont. So two parts in the plot. Jessica and Lorenzo, they run away, and Bassanio is setting sail for Belmont. At the start of this scene, Graciano and Salarino are waiting for Lorenzo to show up. So they're sitting there and they're amazed that he's late, because if you're in love, you want to be there early. And they're waiting on him. And why is he in love? And they talk about this idea of the chase. The chase is often better than the prize, they say. And they give the analogies of horse racing. They give the analogy of lovers. And so that's kind of interesting. If you look at life, life is a journey. It's not just, I have this, I have this, I have this. It's all about getting to where you're at. And that's where a lot of the enjoyment of life comes from, so to speak. It's that chase. It's not the ending destination, if you will. The chase is often better than the prize, is what the theme is with our conversation. Lorenzo shows up, and they're like, all right, let's stop talking about this, because they're really talking about Lorenzo, and they're not going to talk about him in front of his face. So Lorenzo shows up, and we have a balcony scene in The Merchant of Venice. Okay. Now, Romeo and Juliet has a beautiful balcony scene where Romeo and Juliet profess their love to each other. Here, the balcony scene, he's calling up to Jessica. Jessica's looking down, throwing riches down, and promising love. It's a nice little scene, and she comes down, and they run away. Remember, they're going to a masquerade party, and Jessica's going to be the torchbearer. She's dressed like a page. She's dressed like a boy. And we have this theme of identity going on here. And we have several things going on. She's going to be the torchbearer. Okay, she's going to provide light for the relationship between her and Lorenzo. Okay, so there is that symbolic element. She's dressing up like a page. So we have this dichotomy of a servant versus a master. Okay, that theme is kind of a given in Shakespearean plays, that the woman is subservient to the man. That's, of course, changed today. And then we have this identity of male versus female, man versus woman. Okay? She is dressed up like a man, and she is ashamed of it. She doesn't want to be seen as a boy because it's not her identity. It's not who she is. And she's okay with being in the dark, right? Because they're going out at night. She doesn't want to be seen as the boy. It's interesting to look at these aspects of identity. And identity is a huge thing in society today, right? So think about your own identity as you reread this scene, okay? If you have any questions or comments, send me an email and let me know how things are going.